everything centers on integrity.
Integrity, I would look at it as more of an attitude, which should be internalized. And being that, it could be your conscience in deciding what is right and what is wrong.
Integrity is part of our economic, social, and environmental governance.
So, to begin and to become credible in our promotion of truth in advertising, it has to begin with integrity. It has to start with integrity.
So we have to translate it to some workable procedures or components. That's where they will understand.
Now there's that formal organization that's supporting it, and there's a drive. So we've been encouraging our members to join, share it with their customers, suppliers. That way at least it is spread out.
They could also be part of the Integrity Consortium, and we have already written them what the ethical practices in relation to integrity, transparency, and to drive culture change in the corporate world.
So what we hope to do is what we learn now in what we're doing, we hope to be able to pass it on to other organizations so that they too can extend it to their own communities where they operate.
Integrity Initiative actually fits to a T when it comes to driving excellence and integrity.
I think the Integrity Initiative is important because what we want to do is we want to change the expectations of people. Expectations that you don't need, for example, bribery in order to get something accomplished, or a yes for a no. And if you change the expectations at the top and at the bottom, then we will have cultural change. We will win the battle against corruption.
This cultural change and getting people to believe that this is something that is permanent and this is something that is good for everybody in the long term.
The Integrity Change Program would help companies be competitive in such a way that this would enable them to help reform their own company.
Definitely, there's so much more work that has to be done because 1,500 corporations is but a drop in the bucket in terms of all of the different enterprises that are registered in this country.
So here my goal is to say, we need the numbers. We absolutely need to have companies to register. If we want to make a difference for a long-term difference and change this corruption attitude that used to be.
We actually believe that fraud and corruption undermines the basic or the effective delivery of resources to the people. It also affects the financial health of the organization, and by saying that it is so vital in the progress of the economy.
Getting back to the idea of transforming an organization, as you change the very belief system in the company, then the whole sort of organization changes.
It all starts with the belief, belief that you are actually knowing that you're doing the right thing, ethically, with integrity.
So what we have to do now, for the next year or so, is ensure that companies not only sign a pledge, but they do follow that pledge.
Part of the compliance is to make sure that you have followed the code of ethics of the association.
The other thing that's happening wide, both at the national level and international, we're getting more and more codes of conduct and ethics.
We really need to start having a nation where people trust our institutions, believe that indeed there's a great sincerity in why people do things.
We all grew up with good values. Let's use those values to help our countrymen, help business, help the government, and hopefully this will rise up and make us a top 20 economy in the next few years.
The Philippines was slated as one of the up-and-coming economies that everybody should have been looking at. And one of the reasons this was given was because of the integrity initiatives and because of the efforts of the government to stamp out corruption. So I think the results are being seen externally, and that sends a very strong message.
It guarantees best products and solutions that will prevail in fair market conditions.
So we're hoping we can get that message across, and we hope we can convince more corporations that clean business is good business. We are moving forward. We doubled our number of signatories to the pledge. So that means clearly that we're moving ahead. We're getting more interest into the Integrity Initiative.